As mentioned in our previous videos, the intestinal barrier consists of three layers, namely the mucus layer, epithelial layer, and the immunological layer, and they are interdependent. As we are constantly being exposed to dietary antigens, microorganisms, and their metabolites, a healthy and intact intestinal barrier becomes so essential for a healthy gut function while maintaining immune homeostasis. In this video, we will introduce a crucial component of the gut barrier, that is the gut-vascular barrier. This additional component has gained great emphasis in recent decades regarding their role in modulating intestinal homeostasis. Anatomically, the gut-vascular barrier is placed beneath the epithelium and the immunological layer. While the epithelial layer functions as an outer physical barrier that separates the interior of the human from external factors, the gut-vascular barrier can be viewed as an additional barrier that defends against systemic dissemination of microbes, toxins, or other potentially harmful substances through the bloodstream. You may recall we mentioned briefly about the translocation of bacteria in another video, induced by increased intestinal permeability, or leaky gut, in short. The gut-vascular barrier has an important role in this, serving as the innermost and potentially the most important line of defense against the migration of intestinal toxins into the systemic circulation. Structurally, it shares some similarities with the blood-brain barrier of the central nervous system, although it is more permeable, thus also allowing some diffusion of nutrients and luminal content, which is one important function of the gut. Analogous to the blood-brain barrier, the gut-vascular barrier composed of closely endothelial cells, glial cells, and pericytes, and they interact with each other to form tight junctions for appropriate permeability. When the gut-vascular barrier becomes defective, due to dysfunctions of tight junctions, for example, can lead to increased permeability and subsequent increased risk in the dissemination of microbes, toxins, and large particles through the bloodstream. What's important to know is that a dysfunctional gut-vascular barrier has been emerged as a potential cause of many intestinal and extraintestinal conditions, such as diseases of the gut-brainaxis and gut-liver axis. Emphasizing its importance to both our gut health and overall health,